All right, so let's get into global search. So one of the cool things about global search is that when you click into that top box at the top of your screen, Salesforce gives you several different things even before you get to the search feature. We have a video at the end that shares other things that you and your team can do to increase results while reducing spending on Salesforce. There's a new program out there that helps you receive rebates on your annual licenses, and you can reinvest those rebates into training, consulting, and development. Check out that link at the end for how to maximize Salesforce. One of the things it gives you is recent items, and Salesforce is trying to figure out ways to bring you back to things or show you things without you having to click very many times. So it shows you recent things that you worked on, recent cases, recent projects, etc. It also shows you recent list views at the bottom of that list and different search terms at the top of the recent items that it thinks you might be interested in. So it's trying to anticipate what you need before you need it. Now here I'm going to go ahead and click into the search box, and when I do that, it allows me to select this down arrow or drop box that allows me to select different objects that I might be interested in. Now what Salesforce is trying to do is it allows you to search for everything. So for example, I could use the all feature and look for everything, or I can select the specific object that I want to zero in on. Now in a second I'm going to show you some examples of this, but in this first example I want to show you what it looks like when I use all. And so I'll go ahead and select that, and then in the search box I'm going to type in McCarthy. And so once I hit enter and select for McCarthy, it's going to show me all of the options available for McCarthy. It's going to show me accounts, contacts, people, opportunities, etc. And the idea here is that it's trying to give you all of the possible choices organized so that you're not spending a lot of time trying to look through it. Now here what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drill down into the contacts for the McCarthy search. And so to do that, on the left hand side I've got the contacts option here, and I'll select that, and that will narrow down my search based on contacts. Now in this particular example it's just showing me McCarthy Construction, but if I had other accounts that had McCarthy in them, it would show me all the contacts for all of those accounts. Now if I want to drill this down further, on the left hand side I have the Refine By section. And so in this example I'm going to type in VI so I can get a sense of those people that have VI in their name. Maybe I'm looking for somebody named Victoria or something. And so in this example it shows me Victoria, Violet, etc. And that's because I used the Refine By feature. And so what I did here was I started with the all option under the global search. I then went to the contacts, and then I used the Refine By mechanism to drill down even further. And so that's just a quick recap of how I did that search. Now here I'd like to show you some other options that you can be thinking about related to global search. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the search option and I'm going to select all again. And you'll notice here that I have my all results that you saw a few seconds ago. But what I wanted to point out to you here is that you can add columns to these search results. And you can add different columns for different objects. So in this example I'm looking at the account and I have account name and phone. It might be more useful for me to actually have the account type field next to the account name. And so I can modify what's called the search layouts, and that's an administrative function that you can either you can watch a video that shows you how to do that, or you can ask your administrator to do that. And you can add that type field to the column there, and that will enable you to see all of those account types next to the account name while you're searching for it. So again, there's a video that we have on our channel that talks about how to modify those search layouts, but that's certainly something you could have your administrator do. Now in this example I want to show you what it looks like to use one of the objects in the drop-down list. So instead of using the all option like I did before, I'm going to use the contact option. Now I'm going to use the same search result, and you'll notice here that I skipped the step where it presented all the results. It took me right to the contact search, and like I did earlier I could use Refine By if I wanted to narrow that down. So the big idea here with selecting an object is if you know exactly what you're looking for, then use that particular object or select that particular object. If you're not sure what you're looking for, then the all option will essentially search everything. But the all option has a disadvantage in that it can be a little bit slow because it's trying to burn through or churn through a ton of data. So if it's a random search and you're not quite sure what you're looking for, use all, but if you can zero down what you're looking for, then you can definitely use that specific object feature. And that's global search. So that's it. Thank you for watching this video. On the screen and in the description, I've included links to our Salesforce user training playlist. I've also included a 5-minute video that will share 3 strategies that we use to increase results and reduce Salesforce license costs through a new program called OSP. This video shares a new way to get rebate dollars from your annual Salesforce licenses that you can use for training and consulting. Please spend a few more minutes of your precious time with us, and we will help you take Salesforce to a whole new level in your company. Please, finally, like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.